What's up, everybody? It's Dan, Binder Boneyard, doing something different today, coming to you from inside the shop. Normally I record these in the office, but there's a lot going on in there. I have a new computer. It won't take the software program that I used to record this with, and it's a whole ordeal. So I set the old computer back up, which barely functions right now, but I had to do it out in the shop. So I am I'm out here. So you're gonna hear some noises. You're probably gonna hear the big heater kick on like it did just now. Yeah. So anyway, this is a very special podcast. It is Monday morning, New Year's 2024. So yeah, I'm not really a new year, new me kind of guy. I'm more of the new year, just keep working hard kind of guy. So, this stuff doesn't, I don't know. I don't think about it as much. I pay attention to the motivational stuff that I see, but I don't, I'm not a big, like, turning over a new leaf kind of guy. So I just try and keep doing what I do. I've always got room for improvement, that's for sure. That's, I don't know, this podcast, I'm probably just going to end up rambling a bunch about all kinds of sorts of things. But, and this kind of goes without saying, but I didn't go to school for business. I didn't go to school for mechanics. I didn't go to school for stand-up comedy. I barely went to school at all, which is pretty obvious when you look at how I do a lot of stuff. So a lot of mistakes are made constantly. There's a big learning curve. I'm also ridiculously overconfident. And I also put too much confidence in other people, and that's dangerous because I can't rely on anybody. Everybody that I like to put some faith into, disappoints in one way or another. Scheduling or work ethic or ability or whatever, and so I've just got to the point where I expect the bare minimum from people, and I just schedule accordingly, but the side effect is that it's put me way behind. I'm always behind on everything because I just I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but I just didn't think things through all the way, or I didn't have the knowledge of what I needed to know to get through a task, or I didn't know something and it came back to bite me. So, there's a learning curve to this business, and it's, coming up 10 years, in May, it'll be 10 years that I have officially been in business. So, and on a side note, our big open house and show and all that is June 28, 29, 30, out here in sunny Central Oregon. So, but, you think I would learn some of this stuff and not do it again. And a lot of times that's true, but some of it is just ingrained in me, and I can't say no to jobs or work. So, I end up saying yes, and I go, oh, it'll be a year before we get to it. And then a year goes by in a day. Like, time just flies when you have so much work, so many projects, and so many responsibilities and things. It compounds. And then before I know it, I've hardly got through anything, and I've got all this stuff to do, and I'm just running around like crazy all the time. And, like I said, I'm overconfident sometimes in my ability to get through jobs as quickly as I think I can, because I make that mistake where I go, oh, this should be real easy, or something. So and so has already been through this, so I shouldn't have to look at it. And 99% of the time, I'm always disappointed because whoever was in there before messed it up, um, didn't do it right, whatever. Or one of my guys gets into it and then does something wrong, and we've got to backtrack, and it adds time. Um, or something that we weren't even working on fails, and turns out then we've got to repair that. So, it's like the old meme about, any job is a broken bolt away from being a 4-day job. So, sometimes this stuff comes in here and it's supposed to be a quick, in and out, and turns into an ordeal that you can't, you fight your way through it. So, anyway, like I said, it's still learning. I'm 10 years into this and I still don't know what I'm doing. As far as business goes, I can tell you about internationals all day long, but as far as running a successful business that makes money and has everybody happy and gets jobs done on time, I'm still working on that. It's Monday. Today was an optional day for the guys, and surprise, surprise, nobody came in except for me. So Josie's coming in later to ship stuff because we had a bunch of sales over the weekend, and so it's just good to get that stuff packed and ready to ship so that she doesn't have to deal with it when businesses open back up tomorrow and we're back up to full speed. So anyway, the year in review was good overall. Got a lot of jobs done, kicked out a lot of work. Happy with the way several of the restorations went and the way that the jobs went. Of course, you always wish you could get more out. Steve took off here towards the end of the year, which left a pretty good sized hole. But we're working back on picking up where he left off. John, the new guy I hired, is good. I got another part-time guy that, he's reliable. We've got that going. We've got Carly that's helping Josie with the sales stuff. We've got so much to list and sell that I needed to hire another salesperson. So that's good. Our social media presence is growing constantly. The Instagram algorithm for some reason doesn't like me, but Facebook's growing always. Santa brought me some camera gear for Christmas, so you can see the YouTube channel is going to pick back up here soon. Got a lot of content that I want to put out there that I see a lot of other channels are missing the opportunity to do. So I feel like there's a spot there that I can fill. Just gonna continue parting out, selling, saving these things when we can, and even the part outs are I consider saving, because the parts that we're getting out of them are keeping other trucks on the road, or we use them to keep our own trucks on the road that we turn and sell later. So every bit of meat on the carcass gets used. Very little gets scrapped. My scrap bin doesn't get emptied but a couple times a year, because we really save as much as possible. Even some of the stuff that you don't think is savable, we end up being able to sell for a few dollars just because. So yeah, it's helpful just like you say, like I said, it's some people look at it and they go, oh, this whole thing is scrap, it's garbage, it's ready for the dump. And then I bring it in here, we pull off, several good pieces, and then we decide if it needs to be knocked in the head or not. But a lot of times it's surprising. Cabs that I've hung on to that were rusty, I consider rusty, people are paying $300-400 for, because it's going to save them, hours and hours of repair on the truck that they have, even though the cab I have, it still needs work as well. It's just better than what they have. So yeah, I hardly get rid of anything. Forming some relationships with other vendors has been good this year. I'm excited to see where we go with the Anything Scout new Legend brand, helping out on the race car, been supplying them with parts. A lot of stuff that we make here goes to them. So that's cool. IH Parts America has been supported for years, and they continue to buy a lot of stuff from us. So, that's great. Appreciative of that relationship. There's a lot of people that didn't think that we would make it, a year. And really I probably shouldn't have, but just through grit and determination and not wanting to go back to work for anybody, I've been able to make this kind of keep going. So it's not easy. It's been tough. You get behind on bills, and then you're trying to catch back up and other obligations, and no matter what, something catches you off guard and depletes your savings, which in this economy, that's harder to do. But you just try and keep moving forward. But like I said, it's been a good year. We got a lot of jobs done, learned a lot, had some good guys, have some good guys in here. Ethan's going on year 3 or 4, I think. And, he's continuing to grow as a tech and as a machinist and that sort of stuff. Like I say, Josie, this is year 2 for her. She's also, when she started here, she barely knew what a Scout was. And now she can, rattle off part numbers for differences between Travelalls and Travelettes and, that kind of thing. So, I'm grateful for the growth and for people sticking around, because it's so hard to do this business with high turnover. There's been many a times where I've thought about just firing everybody and just going back to doing one job by myself at a time, and just letting people either pull their work or letting people be mad at me until I get to their job. But I don't know, there's just something in me. I can't do that. I have to try and get this stuff done. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for all of your support. And the only thing I really ask for from people is to just spread the word. If you see somebody on Facebook asking for parts, link them to the website. If you run into somebody on the street that needs some parts, tell them to give us a call. It really helps. And same with the socials. Tell people about the podcast, tell people about our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything to suggest us. So that's the thing I just kind of try to remind people is, word of mouth is free. And, if we don't have the part that the person needs, at least they tried. Because you feel, as a vehicle owner, you really feel helpless when you talk to somebody and they're like, ooh, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you're screwed. So at least pointing somebody in this direction gives them an avenue and maybe makes them feel a little bit better. So Yeah. So anyway, appreciate everybody. Hopefully we continue to go another 10 years. It'll be fun. The growth that we've had in 10 years. I'm really curious to see what kind of growth we'll have in another 10 years. The museum dealership dream is still alive and well, and I'm still working towards that. And just keep going. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Need to just keep working. So anyway, this will be a short one. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All the support, all the love, all the goodwill that I get from you guys. I really, really appreciate it. So have a great new year. Wish you guys nothing but the best in your projects and your life. And, hopefully we can help you out however we can. So anyway, thanks again. I'm Dan from Binder Boneyard.